Hi, it's Nathan here, and today we're talking about sections 22 through 26 of the Model WHS Act. These sections of the Act relate to persons who design, manufacture, import, supply, or construct or commission plant or structures. And it basically means whatever task they're involved in or whatever process they're involved in, they have to make sure it's safe for the end user or safe for the next person in the chain. So let's say take designers, for example. If you're designing a piece of plant, an example of complying with that duty would be designing the plant not to exceed exposure levels for noise. So if you can create if you can design the machine to be quieter, great, you're meeting your duty. Next would be manufacturers. So for a manufacturer, ensuring that any plant or equipment you manufacture has guarding installed. Next is importer. That's one that's we commonly come across. We generally recommend either trying to buy Australian or buy like reputable international brands. If you are importing stuff from China or wherever, can be great, can be really good, can be effective plant, can be safe plant, can save you a lot of money. But yeah, making sure it complies with Australian standards, because we have seen some horror stories of companies spending millions and millions of dollars on equipment, getting it over here, finding out that it's unsafe, doesn't meet Australian standards, and they basically have to do a rebuild once it's on shore. So that's importers. Suppliers, you see that often with like plant hire. So they need to ensure that the plant or equipment that they're supplying is safe. So, and that the end user is provided with adequate information. So things like risk assessments, operators manuals, that sort of stuff, and ensuring that the plant or equipment that they're supplying also meets Australian standards. And then the constructor or the installer, I think commissioner might be in there as well. So people who are installing it or constructing it need to make sure that they do so in a way that is safe for the end user. So if you're constructing a structure, you need to make sure it's got safe access, egress, that sort of stuff. Hope that helps.